I'm a cancer geneticist. My work is finding out which changes in cancer are harmful and which ones are harmless. When we can't yet tell, we call it a variant of uncertain significance. And uncertain means we do nothing. In 2019, a patient I'll call Diane had one of these variants, in a Lynch syndrome gene. In 2023, an expert panel reclassified the variant as dangerous, but the update never reached her. Her daughter, who could have started cancer screening that day, later developed colorectal cancer that screening was built to catch early. This is one of the loops in medicine that can stay open for years. The science to close it exists, but the system to act on it doesn't, so I decided to build that system. Unravel is the active layer over the world's shared variant databases. 5 Gemini agents on Google's ADK reason over an evidence warehouse that Fivetran keeps up to date, live on Cloud Run. A watcher detects the change, an adjudicator weights it, and 3 specialists fan out: a planner, the family cascade, and a steward. I run the loop on Diane. First, the agent checks with Fivetran how fresh each source is, then builds a calibrated probability that the variant is harmful, point by point. It lands at 0.81, just under our actionable line, but it also carries a 3-star expert panel review, so the agent weighs that quality and judges it as actionable. The 3D AlphaFold structure also agrees. Only then does the family work begin. It drafts Recontact letters for Diane and her relatives in FHIR, the clinical standard, as drafts for a clinician to send. Now we have Eric, who has the same exact 0.81 score, but his rests on a single low-confidence submission other labs dispute. So the agent withholds and recommends the test most likely to settle that discrepancy. Same number, opposite verdict, decided on the quality of the evidence. This is why Unravel had to be an agent, not a fixed rule. It works both ways. Most reclassifications are actually harmless, so with Grace's variant, the agent raises no alarm and closes the case with a clear reassurance, protecting people from overtreatment, not just undertreatment. Now we have May, who carries Diane's exact variant. Alpha Missense was trained mostly on European ancestry, so its score is less reliable for her. The agent doesn't raise her bar, it refuses to let ancestral bias dominate the result, and so it leans on the evidence that holds across different ancestries. Her path to action is the same as Diane's. We correct the bias, and we make sure we say so. And the agents don't just read the warehouse, they run it. Through Fivetran MCP, the loop checks freshness and can pause, resume, resync, and even create pipelines, with every action recorded. Watch as I type a BRCA1 variant in breast cancer, my own field, a gene that we never loaded in. It resolves on the spot from public data, and the agent offers to bring it permanently into the warehouse. I approve, and it builds a brand new Fivetran pipeline for that gene on demand. The world's variant databases are passive. They wait. I made that evidence active and closed the loop that stayed open on Diane.